How do you handle it when people start making a lot of mistakes? Do you have a system for that?
Okay. I guess first off, I think I do a very thorough job making sure that I get good employees who typically don't make mistakes. And then from there, with a good employee, I typically find that mistakes are made because it's a lack of clarity. Not that there's any intent. I think for the most part, a little bit Y management style from my perspective. People want to do well in their jobs. They want to do a good job. They want to satisfy internal and external customers. So I look at what did I do wrong, and typically, if it's a process that they're working on, did I clearly write out the process? I like to put it on paper because with paper you have accountability. So often I find that training is all verbal, and oh, here's what you're supposed to do. Well, then a month later they're doing the wrong thing, but they said, well, that's what you told me to do. And that's why in my work I tend to get very specific, where I have all the processes written down with all the work instructions for what they're going to do. The person's trained on it by somebody who's already done the process, and then once they're trained on it, then that person sits over their shoulder and watches them go through the process to make sure that they hit all 15 instructions on that particular work instruction. And then when they're complete with it, and I find that really minimizes mistakes within the organization. They're still made, and I'm okay with mistakes as long as I can kind of understand what was your intent, why did you end up doing this, and then as long as I can kind of see the thought process behind it. I want to empower people to make their own decisions, and I'm okay if there's some mistakes. Hopefully the mistakes won't be really bad ones, but small mistakes are good learning opportunities.